Our local professionals talk about topics that affect you. JJ Fredrickson's with us today. She's a life coach and trainer with the Fearless Living Institute.
And today we are talking about improving family communication. A big concept involved in this is dealing with silent contracts. JJ, when you say silent contracts, what are we talking about?
Well, if you think about a regular contract, people have come together, they've made an agreement, and they've shaken hands on it or signed the bottom line, and there's a point in time they can point to as that agreement having been made. So in a home, to illustrate, say a parent gets into a car. You get into the car, your teenager has been driving it, and you see that the gas warning light is on. And you think, oh, why didn't my teenager fill the car up? Why didn't they put gas in? It's common sense, it's common decency. That is a silent contract, because you probably didn't actually have the conversation where you both sat down and decided what would happen when the gas light came on. Or maybe as a parent you thought you did because you used your caveman brain and it happened before, and you came at him and said, hey, the gas light's on, I was in a hurry, what's going on here, what's wrong with you? But that teenager never signed the dotted line. There was never that point where you both came to an agreement on what happens when the gas light comes on.
So don't just assume that common sense will take over, especially with teenagers.
Exactly, and it does happen with all our relationships.
Right,
It's part
husband,
of,
wife.
Yeah, it's part of human nature because we can't anticipate everything. But instead of having this huge reaction when it happens, just take a step back and say, you know, did we have the conversation? And if we did we come to an agreement?
So you're advising against going after the teen with the caveman club after they've used their...
Exactly,
Yes, okay.
exactly.
So
Just
agreement
take a
can be
step.
verbal. You don't need to sign something and put it up on the bulletin board in the kitchen.
Correct. It
Okay.
can be verbal, but you do want to make sure both parties are involved, because maybe the teenager will say, what happens when I don't have money? And you can say, okay, in that case, you know, you can negotiate.
Yeah,
just
talk
like,
about the different situations.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, JJ Fredrickson, life coach, thanks for joining us today.
And she'd like to answer your questions.